with the second design exam out of the 3 design exams of NID, NIFT, and IIT-U. We have completed the second one, that is UCEED 2025 is over today. And I know you guys are all waiting eagerly for the analysis by THiNC Institute of Design. So in this particular live, we have our faculty, Chandu sir and Febin sir, who have joined. So we would briefly look into the different sections that has come up. That is the aptitude part and also the drawing section. We would also love to take in your questions, your queries and all. We hope the previous design Q series, which we have been conducting for 2025 design entrance, have been useful for you. There would be more lives for the NIFT entrance exams also that we would be coming up with. But before that, the most important thing of today, that's UC 2025 question paper analysis. So we've had a lot of discussions with a lot of students who had actually written today's exam, and a brief summary of what most of them have been saying is that they have got a little bit of unexpected GK questions that had actually come up. Non-verbal reasoning questions were comparatively less. And this exam seems to be, most of the students have said that this exam seems to be a little bit more easy, especially comparing it with the previous year questions. That is, when they are comparing it with the previous year question papers of UCEED, previous year UCEED question papers, they're saying it's relatively easy. So there may be chances that the cutoffs might go higher. You're not sure about it. Okay. Those scene drawing questions, the product design questions, and aptitude portion was relatively much easier compared to the last year. And in case of the drawing questions, there were some sort of, time management issues which some of the students had faced. Okay. So to everyone who has joined this particular live with THiNC Institute of Design, we would love to know what your experience was in the UC 2025 today's examinations. Please do let us know in the chat box. There is also a WhatsApp community that we have, so you can also come in there and do share your opinion. So I would start with part A, the general knowledge and aptitude section. So general knowledge, very interestingly, there were some questions which were related to geography, which were actually new entrants. We don't have any idea of why all of a sudden geography is popping up in the mind of IIT Bombay. So there were questions based on rivers on Indian map. Then the students had to identify the places through which Tropic of Cancer lies. Then there were the usual questions. We are hello with Prince says hello. Hi, hello. So draw with Prince says hello. Yeah. There were questions, usual questions like handcrafts, then handcrafts and state paintings related questions, textiles, logos, and all other questions which usually UCEED normally asks. So these are the kind of questions that we are expecting, right? Festivals, famous festivals all around India in different states. Match the following with respect to the different types of leaves that were given. So these are usually questions that they ask. Again, a painting based on Mona Lisa. So these were all the questions that usually we expect. Probably something that had come up was the weightage of the general knowledge part seems to be a bit on the higher side, as I told in the previous summary slide. Okay, so that's what happened with respect to the general knowledge part. After that, we would be now going into the aptitude arithmetic part, arithmetic and non-verbal part. And for that, we have Chandu sir who has joined. So Chandu sir, welcome to the session. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so I'm just stopping my screen sharing so you can start sharing that.
Yeah, sure. Hope everyone given their exam very well. And many of my students call me and give ideas regarding the questions, as well as they share their happiness when they see these questions. Okay, see, actually, I had given my students an instruction like this. See, better to start with 2 or 3 questions which you are able to solve. Okay, so that include questions like MCQs. See, I told them that MCQs will be coming with answers in front of you. So better to start with them. So they told me that, sir, we had done like that. So we just got a mental high. And when we come to the arithmetic session, every question seems to be easy at that time. And many told me that even if we are starting with arithmetic, then also we will felt like everything was easy. Okay, that means very easy questions has been came from the arithmetic as well as logical sessions. Okay, and when they compare it to the previous year, because my repeaters also done the exam, so when they compare it to their previous year exam, it was quite easy because there was question from number series. Okay, number series question, actually it has been a question which has been taken from the NIFT. Okay, because when we are discussing questions, we include every type of exams which is coming in the design area. So we include the question from this area also, and that question directly came to exam. Okay, and that was like, if it is series like this, and you need to take a difference. Okay, and the difference of these differences were multiples of 6. Okay, were the multiples of 6. That is the difference of difference. That was a question asked. One of my students told me like that. Okay, and there was questions from odd one out. Very easy to figure out questions was there, and I expected many questions from the chapter area, volume, okay, together called mensuration. Expected many questions, but not came as much, even though there was question from there, and it was easy if you know the right equations to use there and write common sense. That was an easy question has been came from there. And another one was this 27 cubes, a Rubik's cube like thing. Okay, this question was a little thought-provoking question, even though it is easy one. And another two things which has been came, Euler's formula, Euler's trials, as well as Euler's formula of polyhedron. See why it is marked design cube, because yesterday evening we think used to have a free session called design queue. That was a half an hour long session, and myself taken that session, design queue of THiNC, yesterday. So in design queue we discussed these two as like last minute preparation things. Okay, so in the last minute preparation we had this discussed like around 10 questions discussed, and Euler's formula of polyhedron we had discussed on the last day. So that was related to that edge vertices problem. Okay, edge vertices face problem, and that difference too. There was a question, and that question which we discussed was taken from our on material 360. So that question, that similar question, not the exact one, but the similar question, if those who had saw that session earlier, they can easily connect it to Eulerian formula of polyhedron, and that question will be quite easy if you know that. And Eulerian trials means usually THiNC comes with usually UCEED comes with a question of without lifting hand drawing questions are there. Okay, which of the figures you can draw without lifting your hand, like questions are coming. So this time I came to know that a string or a string like thing has been provided in the question paper. So which of the shape you can make with that string? Okay, single string. That was the question. There also you can use the Eulerian trials of odd even method. We discussed it yesterday. Odd junction method. Even junction, we don't want. Odd junction method, 0 or 2. If it is 0 or 2, then only we could construct. We had discussed it. Okay, for the proof, you can definitely watch that video. It is still there. So this is actually what we observed from the previous year questions. Observations from the previous year questions, little bit upgraded. Okay, they just make some changes, but the essence of the questions remains the same. So, and comparatively, this question paper was easy and a little bit concept copy from the previous year. And there was question from figure counting. Figure counting was unique figure counting. So you need to identify the shape which has been, that means a particular thing has been given, object. That object has been repeated many times, and you need to count the number of times it has been repeated. So my student given that it's 9. Okay, so a particular thing has been repeated 9 times. He had given it 9. This is from my student side, and I hope it definitely right. Okay, he was that much pretty confident. Okay, oh yeah. So this is just a gist of the questions which has been came, and overall these questions were easy. Okay, and I just heard that GK questions is deciding the cutoff over here. Anyway, we can move on to Suraj sir again. Sir, you can take from here onwards.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I think it was relatively the section seems to be a bit more easier, I guess, for this year. Let's see what exactly is going to happen in the when the cutoffs are getting released. Okay, moving on. So all those students who have been preparing for the UCEED, if you are also looking into the um, entrance exams next year. So if there are students who are preparing for repeaters batches, we have our repeaters batches in Trivandrum, Ernakulam, Thrissur, Kottakkal and Calicut. We also have weekend batches and crash batches, which we run both offline and online. Okay. So if you want to join or if you want to know further details about these courses to join, you can contact us at these numbers that are provided. We're also providing a 5% course fee discount as part of the THiNC Institute's 15th anniversary. This is valid only for students who are joining before 31st of March, only for the regular repeaters batch for 2025. So anyone who is interested to join for such batches can join early as soon as possible. You can contact these numbers and also avail the discount. Okay. So moving on, let me also take you guys to the most awaited drawing part. For the drawing part, we have our Febin sir who has joined. He would be taking you through the session. So Febin sir, am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir. I think students want to know what exactly happened in the drawing section. And also there were a lot of students who were saying that some of the questions were discussed in our classes, the
Yes,
questions
yes.
that had come up. So can you please enlighten everyone about that?
Sure, sir. So, good evening, everyone. Let's dive into the part B session of IUC 2025. That is the drawing session. So this year, just like last year, part B had 2 questions. Whereas before last year, like there used to be only 1 question, that is scene drawing. So this year we had 2 questions as last year's. So the first question generally is a scene drawing task. Students are provided with a detailed description of a scene, and they need to analyze and visually represent it. So this question evaluates their line quality, their observation skills, their perspective skills, proportions, and generally their ability to compose a visually engaging scene. And in such questions, like capturing like every described element is a crucial thing. And last year, they introduced a second drawing question. Like it was for the first time, UCEED is introducing a second question. So earlier it was only 1 question, that was scene drawing. So last year, they introduced a second drawing question in part B, which is centered on design aptitude. For example, last year's question, they asked students to design a tiffin box for school-going students. So this type of question generally evaluates their problem solving skills, visual communication, their presentation techniques, and most importantly, their creativity and innovation. So it's not just about sketching, it's about coming up with innovative ideas and effectively communicating them through their drawing. Okay, so let's look into these questions, drawing questions of UC 2025. So the first question, it was scene drawing question. Picture that our competitive exam were over and we were going on a family vacation with relatives. So to draw, the question was to draw a view of a railway station with like bustling people, like with porters, with vendors and all, and focus on the relatives. So the question asks the student to focus on their family and the entire surroundings of that particular railway station. So this question we had already practiced in our ThiNC offline sessions. Okay, so yes. So in this question, like it was generally the first question was a scene drawing question in each like in every UCEED exams. But in this question, like the one major change, it was its simplicity. Like generally, we associate scene drawing of UCEED with a higher level of complexity, like involved in detailed descriptions of specific objects, people, their activities, and even their emotions. Like so, however, this year, like the question was much simpler, closer to a general scene drawing question. Okay, so students were given more freedom to use their imagination while composing the scene. Like this shift may have come as a surprise, like for those who are expecting like intricate, like high detailed, that typical UCEED scene drawing question. So that was a shocking thing for students. Like it was simple. So it was a general scene drawing question. And moving on to the second question. So we were expecting a product design question as last year. So, and it was exactly what we anticipated. The question was a product design. The question was to design a foldable mobile chair. So let's look into the question. Design a portable chair that fits in your bag and can be used in zoos, museums, and other tourist places where seating arrangements aren't often found. Okay. So, like this is a classic design problem that test problem solving skills, functionality, and creativity. Okay. So these were the two questions of UC 2025. And as we expected, it was a scene drawing question and a product design question. So that's about the drawing part. And so students just comment like how you feel about the drawing question. So we can move on to again Surya sir.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you for that brief analysis about the drawing questions that had come up. So I guess mostly that were it. So there would be students who are actually preparing for the NIFT entrance exams also. So on the 24th of January, we are conducting a free national level online mock test, the exact NIFT pattern mock test, full length exact NIFT pattern online mock test for the B.Des aspirants. So anyone and everyone who is interested and who is focusing on the NIFT 2025, or even if you're somebody who is focusing on the NIFT 2026, you can actually attempt that particular NIFT free online mock test of THiNC Institute. All you have to do is scan the QR code and register yourselves, or you can also contact us at the number that's provided 8086 111 051. Okay, so we really hope the sessions actually went well. For the preparations we are conducting, as Chandu sir had rightly mentioned, we are conducting regular free YouTube live sessions at THiNC Institute of Design under the tag name of Design Q for 2025. And if you want free mock question papers for NIDs, NIFTs, UCEEDs, now that the architecture entrance exams are also kicking off, JEE BArch and NATA and all, you can contact us at 8129 111 226 for the question papers. Okay, so I guess that's it. These are the major things that we had to talk about. Please do let us know in the comment box, or you can also DM us at Instagram on how exactly you are using the exam went. We hope that the THiNC Institute's design queue has been extremely helpful. So thanks a lot for joining. Thank you, Chandu sir and Febin sir for joining in and giving a brief analysis of the UC 2025 exam. We'll see in the coming lives. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, host, until we see in the next session. Thank you, everyone.